Social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective.
You gotta be Pacific.
Sure. Would the two of you go out?
I go out with anybody, even you.
I'm not asking about me.
64 Echo Hotel and 164 Echo.
Get back.
While y'all were in school, did y'all develop a friendship?
Nope.
Okay. At some point in time, did you ever develop a friendship with Shannon?
Yeah.
Okay. When was that?
I don't know when, but at one point we became cool.
Okay. And when you say cool, what do you mean?
COOL.
I didn't ask you to spell it. I asked you what you mean. So you say you don't remember telling him about what happened at...
But if he said that I told him that, I'm telling you right now, I told him that. So can you start asking me what I supposed to told Detective Thorpe? Because I'm telling you now, if he said that I said anything about anything, I'm telling you, more likely I probably did.
Great. Well, I'm going to ask you about all the things that you talked to Detective Thorpe about. Now, Ms. Coleman, do you have a nickname? You're smiling. Do you have
Ask me a question?
Do you have a nickname?
Yeah.
What's your nickname?
Psycho.
Okay. Never met any of his family members?
I never met none of his family members.
Okay. What about any of his girlfriends?
What you mean?
Have you ever met any of the people he ever dated?
I don't know how he seen him, but I done seen him with girls.
Okay, so you met some of the people that he may or may not have dated.
I guess. You said what now?
Tell me who you recognize in 380 Yankee.
Oh, me and Coco.
Who's Coco?
The ugly boy right here.
Okay. You see Pokey at the club cruise
You want me to be honest with you? I think I just did. I just told you the God, honest truth of what I did from January from 2014 until 2021. Every time they got me, they already know me. They already know I got a whole bunch of bullshit to say.
I'm gonna ask you to refrain from cursing. What?
Oh, sorry, everybody. No disrespect. I'm sorry about that. But
overruled, sir. Overruled, sir.
Why did you have the gun at Dunbar Recreation Center?
I just plead guilty to it.
Did you tell officers that you were trying to sell that gun, and that's why you had it at the Dunbar Recreation Center?
Again, I was going to jail.
Did he ever threaten you to give a name?
Nah, but he kept asking me to make me say a name, and like how you keep asking me a question, I'm gonna say something to answer you, so you can stop asking me the same question. Why would I lie to convince them to not go to jail?
Right.
But they don't know that I'm lying.
Well, they didn't let you go immediately, did they?
Sometimes they let me go.
Right. But
So when the time they let me go, I thought I was smarter than them.
did the detective say that they had to fact check what you said before they let you go?
Can you say that again?
Sure. Did the detectives tell you that they had to fact check what you were telling them?
And you know, in certain situations.
Right. And so what benefit would it be to lie if they told you that they had to fact check it?
Oh, it wasn't no benefit because what they did was they picked and chose what they wanted to take from me, and they still left me in jail, so they came back and beat me in the butt.
Okay.
You not know anyone, or just because you can't see it? Why can't you?
Objection, Your Honor. Ask one answer. You say you recognize.
Overruled, sir.
Why can't you recognize what's in the picture?
What you mean?
Do you not see it? What do you mean when you say you don't know?
I can't recognize the picture.
Do you see yourself in that picture?
No,
You do not see yourself.
the picture blurry.
Do you recall telling Detective Gaither in a little more detail that you walked up and you tried to dap up Kel, but he did not grab your hand?
I'm not walking up down nobody up.
Now, do you recall independently that after Thug told Kel, beef ain't over with until you pay for my window, you shot my window, that you told Kel what you told Kel?
Yes.
What do you remember telling Kel?
Yes.
So you told Kel, yes?
Yes.
So was that your Instagram account back in 2015?
My Instagram account is Woody vs. Woody.
I asked back in
From
2000.
back then, I think my Instagram account is the same account as it is today. Woody vs. Woody. I'm not 100% sure. I done did so much time away from society. You asked me about something I don't know. I don't know how to answer these questions. I don't really, a lot of this stuff you talking about, like, I've been through too much to be trying to remember certain stuff or these questions you asking me. Like, you discombobulated me up here. Like, you want me to lie? You want me to tell the truth? I can't tell you the truth. If you sitting here, I don't know how to answer these questions. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what y'all got going on. Like, for real. Like, you asked me about 2015, what somebody said to the investigators. You know how many investigators tried to question me about this?
Yes, and we're going to talk about a few.
Can you tell the jurors what occurred at the Dunbar Recreation Center?
I was playing basketball, the police came there and locked me up.
And why did the police lock you up?
Because I'm Woody.
Did you have a gun at the Dunbar Recreation?
I had a basketball in my hand.
You said you consider yourself 372. What was 372?
It ain't for you to know.
I'm going to ask you again, Mr. Copeland. What was 372?
372.
Was that a gang?
What do you define as a game?
Mr. Copeland, I'm asking a question.
I can't answer your question if I don't know what you're talking about.
Was it you and a group of people a part of 372?
And what's a group of people?
Are you married?
Nope.
Are you in a relationship?
Nope.
Right. Do you have children?
You know that.
Okay. I do, but the jury doesn't. Do you have children?
Yep.
All right. How many?
More than one.
All right. Do you have more than 3?
I might. Ain't no telling.
Okay. That's perfect. That's fair. Do you have 2 that you know of?
Yeah.
All right. And how old are your 2 children?
The same age.
What's that?
I don't know. Y'all been having me in jail so long. I can't recall.
Okay. Were you in jail on Friday? Prior to?
Yeah, I was in jail Friday.
Were you in jail on Thursday?
Thursday ain't came yet.
No, last Thursday.
I felt like it.
What types of things would you do with Ted?
What you mean?
Did y'all go out? Did you go shoot dice?
Did you go to the club? What type of things would you do with Ted?
Things young black men do in the neighborhood.
I don't know what young black men do in the neighborhood, so what is
Try to survive and stay away from the police.
Did you do anything else besides trying to survive and
stay away from the police?
Yeah, get locked up.
Remember or do you not remember?
I told you already, I don't remember. You keep asking me.
So if you don't remember, just say you do not remember.
I object.
Your Honor, I'll ask.
I'll sustain the question. I'll sustain that you.
Your Honor, then I'll ask. You can instruct Mr. Copeland if he does not remember, just to say he does not remember.
Mr. Copeland, just answer the question to the best of your ability, okay?
I thought I did, Judge. I told her I don't remember no conversation I had with. She trying to cross me up. She trying to say this and that when I don't told her I don't tell the police anything they wanted to hear for them to. And she keep asking me over and over.
You're gonna have to answer the question, sir, okay?
About how old were you all when you took this picture?
I don't know.
Do you have hair on your head when you take this picture?
What you
When you
trying?
took the picture.
It looked like I got hair on my head.
Okay. How long ago have you been bald?
When I got out of prison.
Okay. So this is before you went into prison.
This is an old picture.
And that's what I need to know. Thank you very much. When you are addressing or talking about them, how do you distinguish the two little D's from each other?
What you mean?
Do you call one of them Little D from Cleveland?
If you ask me which little D I'm talking about.
And that's what I'm asking you. When you are
Well, you
talking
should just
about
ask me that.
Mr. Copeland, which Little D
I don't remember what I said to him.
do you recall?
Because at that point, he had put too much pressure on me, and you know what I mean.
Do you recall telling the detective that?
I guess I don't remember what I said to him.
Do you recall?
Because at that point, he had put too much pressure on me, and you know what I mean. I'm just thinking because he told me. I remember him saying he want that gun. That's all I remember him kept saying. He want that gun.
And when you say putting pressure, what do you mean?
Same thing you doing to me now. You keep putting pressure on me.
Do you see Shannon in the courtroom today?
Well, I got a vision problem. I
Okay.
can't see that far.
All right. So if you want to stand up and look around the courtroom and look around the entire courtroom, tell me if you see Shannon in the courtroom today. Do you need to sit down?
Nah, I can right here. They ain't had nothing to drink.
Okay, do you want some water?
You gonna give me a drink?
I'll get some water.
I don't drink water.
Well, I don't have nothing else for you. But I will put some water up there for you.
Who am I looking for?
Shannon.
I think I see him.
Okay. When you say you think, you can have a seat. When you say you think you see him, what do you think he's wearing?
Look like he wearing gray over there.
So who are you pointing to over there that's wearing gray?
I think the lady got red hair.
Okay, so you pointing to a lady and not Shannon?
No, the one behind her.
Okay, so you're saying you believe that the person behind the lady with the red hair is Shannon. Is that what you're saying today?
Well, it looked like her.
Okay. Does anybody else over there look like Shannon?
Yeah.
Okay, who's the other person who looks like Shannon over there?
He's standing behind the bald head dude right there.
He's standing or he's sitting?
I sitting down, I guess.
Okay. What's his hairstyle?
Bald head.
So you're saying Shannon's the one with the bald head? Or he's sitting
No,
behind
he's sitting
him?
behind the dude with the bald head. I think that's him.
Okay.
There's two people with dreads. I can't see. I just see dreads.
Okay. And again, are you the only person sitting in that interview room when outside of Investigator Gaither and outside of Investigator Gaither and Investigator Dennis?
Unless you don't count the ghosts that's in there with me.
Okay. You on permission to approach?
You may.
Hey, Judge.
Sir.
I'm hot. Can I take this sweater off?
Okay. Do you remember telling Detective Gaither in this January 28th interview that Thug said, nigga, I don't care about none of it. Look what y'all got going on. You still shot at me. Just pay for my window. You gonna pay for my window. Hey man, I ain't letting that go.
Yes.
Yes, you remember Thug saying that?
Doug say that?
Are you saying, yes, that's what you told Detective Gaither?
I know I ain't complete school, but I think I'm speaking proper English. I told you, I don't recall nothing I said to no polices. You keep sitting right here asking me the same question over and over and over and over and over. I'm tired of it. I'm drained.
Okay. Well, if you just answer the questions
I
properly.
am answering the question. You ask me, I say yes, yes. When I say yes, you ask me the same question over and over and over and over and over.
But did you just tell the court and this jury that you're saying yes just to move the process along?
I think I said it loud and clear.
So again, will you just answer the questions and we can move the process along?
You keep asking. Okay, yes.
Is that, what are you answering yes to?
Your question.
Good morning, Mr. Copeland.
Good morning.
You have permission to approach?
No.
She was asking me that, Mr. Copeland, okay? All right.
Okay.
Councilors, you.
Do you recall at all talking to this detective about what happened that Monday night at Club Crucial with you and Kel, the fight between you and Kel?
I don't recall nothing specific that me and him talk about outside of the shooting with my child. And I barely remember some of this stuff. You talking about some years ago when I don't even know what I did 3-4 days ago. Yes.
Yes, you remember telling Detective Gaither that?
I don't remember what I done told the police.
Let me ask you this. Are you just saying yes now to speed up your questioning?
Most definitely.
Okay.
You asked me about questions that I was supposed to be asked back then that if I say something, you're going to say, oh, I'm about to impeach him or whatever the word is you use. When I don't know, I can't answer that.
Okay. Do you recall telling your girlfriend when it was just the two of you, I did when he jumped out the car. I know exactly who I saw.
I don't, at that point, it was so much pressure on me. Yeah, I'm a daughter crying, trying to take her to the hospital. Somebody pull up on me soon. I'm trying to figure out what made me have the gun to go to the hospital. It's all type of stuff going through my mind. I don't know. Too much is going on. Yeah, I can't because she keep asking me these questions and.
Mr. Copeland, just take a breath, okay? We do need to take down your testimony, so you do need to speak a little slower, all right? Okay?
All right.
All right.
It was some investigator right there talking to me, but when he looked and seen who I was, he called somebody, then they went to jumping out the sky, coming out the bushes, every which way. They questioned me right there. I don't know who it was they questioned me.
Earlier, I asked you about whether you were concerned about being labeled a snitch. Do you recall telling Detective Copeland?
Detective who?
Excuse me, Detective Copeland. Detective Curry.
Now I'm a detective.
Or was it? I made a mistake.
Correct.
Do you recall telling Detective Gaither and Detective Dennis that she was present at the pool party that occurred prior to the shooting on the highway?
I don't know, I guess.
Do you remember? Do you not remember?
I don't recall. What I'm trying to tell you is our conversation was about something that I said in the past.
I understand. I'm asking
I
you.
asked that Mr. Copeland allowed to finish his.
Okay, all right.
Oh, I thought you was up.
Mr. Copeland, do you need to finish your answers?
No, I need a break, young.
Say again?
I need a break. I was asleep.
Okay. At some point, did you wake up?
I had to. I'm here today.
All right.
What is 372?
Numbers.
And does the 372 correspond to the letters of DRC on the phone pad?
It could. I gotta look at the phone pad to see. How do you look at the phone pad to tell?
When's the first time that you recall meeting Young Thug?
At the studio.
And roughly, what year are we talking about?
Before I went to jail.
Which time?
Right.
Roughly 14 years. You know.
Well, I've been in jail most of that time, so.
Did you all speak while you were in jail?
A few times.
So your friendship didn't stop just because you went to jail?
What you mean?
Question, Your Honor.
I say.
Did your friendship stop just because you went to jail? Or
Who determined when a friendship start and stop? You had to ask that again because I ain't for sure what you're asking.
Sure. I'll ask you again. 2014, 2015, have you ever I'll wait till you finish.
I'm tired.
You went out. Why'd you destroy your shoulder?
Cause they my shoulders.
And that-
If he said I said it, I said it.
And is that true or that not true that you left her home around 5 o'clock?
If you notice something about me, I don't keep up with the time or the days. I just go with the flow.
Is it your desire to release your counsel at this point in time?
She fired.
She's fired? Okay.
How old are you?
Grown.
Okay, what does grown mean?
I'm an adult.
Okay. And when you say you're an adult, what number in years are you?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, but you had the beef with Kel. Why not say it was Kel?
Cause I had to convince them. I gotta make it seem. If I say Kel shot me, they gonna how you know? How Kel know where you stay at? So I gotta come up with something to make them know. Okay, well, Tay been over here. You know what I mean? So okay, Tay. I don't know. Like,
But
listen, you keep asking me. I told you I don't know who shot at me. I don't know.
earlier I asked you about whether you were concerned about being labeled a snitch. Do you recall telling Detective Copeland,
Detective who?
excuse me, Detective Copeland, Detective Curry,
Now, they look at me like that.
Okay. Mr. Copeland, isn't it true that you're supposed to be testifying under an immunity agreement?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't have a clue about none of this stuff. I told y'all from the start, y'all to put me in here. Like, I don't comprehend. I done told y'all that time after time. I don't know what the immunity agreement is. I don't have a clue. Like, I'm up under so much pressure. Like, man, I don't know. I don't even know how to answer y'all questions because I don't know what type. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to be as truthful as possible, and y'all keep going back into the past. I told y'all when I was talking to y'all in the back, man, I have lied, and y'all don't put me up on here telling me that I gotta be truthful when I'm telling y'all. Man, I don't know. Man, I'm afraid for my life. Every time y'all call me here, I think y'all finna take my life, take my freedom. And at this point, I can't call on nobody for help. I don't know what's going on.
Were you told before you testified that anything you testified to in the courtroom could not be used against you?
Can you say that again?
Before you took the stand, were you told that anything that you testified to in court could not be used against you?
What you mean?
Before you took the stand, were you told by myself, Ms. Love, anyone sitting at this table, that anything you testified to could not be used against you?
Anything I testify to can't be used against me?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, last week, didn't you ask the judge? You turned around and you asked her, nothing I said could be used against me, right? And you asked the judge.
Okay.
Okay. And isn't it true that under this immunity agreement, you were told that you could be charged with perjury?
You say I could be charged with who?
Perjury.
I don't even know what perjury is.
Okay. Were you told also in this immunity agreement that you could be charged if you committed false swearing?
I was told, I asked specifically so I can understand. I asked you, I said, what happened when y'all locked me up? Y'all told me two things I go to jail for. If I plead the fifth, and if I say that I had committed a crime that I didn't do.
Okay.
So I don't know what perjury mean. I don't know. I mean, I'm afraid for my life, and I told y'all that. I told it to my lawyer. I tell it to the judge. I tell it to everybody. Y'all got me up here. I don't know what's going on. And like I said, for the crimes that y'all charged me with, I went to jail. I did all my time for it. Y'all still bring me in here. I feel like I'm on trial at this point. I'm going to jail because I don't know. Y'all got me up here asking me questions. I don't know how to answer these questions. Y'all want me to be a witness to something I don't know nothing about.
Isn't it true that even with the immunity agreement, you did not want to testify?
Can you explain that?
Sure. Even when you were given immunity, you did not want to testify.
No, I still don't want to testify.
And isn't it true that you feel that you were pressured by the state to testify?
I feel like I was pressured by both sides, the state and the defense.
Okay. And isn't it true that you told me in front of these jurors a couple weeks ago you felt pressured to testify?
And I still, right now, I feel pressure to testify. Because it's not like I'm up here to be, it's not, I can't sit here and tell y'all, nothing. I don't know what y'all want me. I don't know what y'all looking for. I didn't see nobody kill nobody. I didn't see nobody rob nobody. I didn't see none of these boys do anything. I did some stupid things. I got caught for the stupid things that I was doing, and I just went from there. Like I didn't. And then y'all got me up here, and I done told y'all before y'all put me up here, y'all can't talk to me on like a Tuesday or something, and you can't talk to me in the streets. And I told you, like, I lied. And I told you that, and then y'all still brought me in here.
Isn't it true that you did not want to testify because you don't want to deal with the reality of being labeled a snitch?
Miss Hilton, I was been labeled a snitch way before I had to come to trial when y'all linked that video out to the social media. So the world look at me as a snitch no matter what goes on to this day. But me coming here, like I have put my faith in God's hands, and I come here and I let it be known. I guess got no choice but to be letting know to y'all now that I have told y'all time after time that I done lied.
Okay. And a snitch is someone who actually tells the truth, correct?
Listen, Miss Hilton, like, I mean, like, I feel like I got the world on my back. Now, you ask me these questions, like, I don't know, man. Like, y'all draining me. I mean, like, for real. It's a different if I sat here and seen somebody commit a crime, and then I saw them with my own eyes do this, and then I get in here and say, I didn't see them do that. Y'all want me to sit here and say, the stories that I have put on other people's, and I didn't. Like I would not do that. Like and Lord knows I want to be with my family and my kids. But if y'all gonna put me back in jail because I won't sit right here and tell y'all what y'all believe to be whatever y'all want me to say. Like I mean I don't want to go to jail, but man, at this point I don't. Man, y'all got me, man. I don't know, man. I can't sleep at night. Like I tell you, y'all hold me in jail. Don't feed me. Don't give me water. Like I just don't know. Like every time I walk in this door, I pray and hope I walk back out this door. I just want to be left alone. I paid for my punishment, and I done told y'all before y'all put me right here in this seat, time after time. I told Judge Glanville in his office. I done told everybody, I can tell. And I'm telling you to your face, I know it don't have anything to do with you, you doing your job. But I've been nice to you, and I've been telling you that you can't put me up here, and I told you, I done made it up.
Okay.
It's a difference if I seen one of these guys actually do something, and you ask me, did they do it? If you ask me, did they do something that I actually saw them do it, and I would tell you, yeah, I saw him do that. Yeah, I was with him when he did that. But this is not the case.
Okay. And you just told police what Demikian told you, correct?
I told the police anything to get them off of me. I was going through a phase. People were shooting at me while I had my kid. And my only priority was, by any means necessary, to protect them with my whole fucking life. Judge, I get a minute because they drive me crazy.
Yeah, take a minute, take a breath.
Keep telling y'all.
No, stay here. Come here. Stay on the stand. Take some breaths. Calm down.
And once he finishes his breath around the state, we conclude our questioning, Your Honor.
You know what they did to me?
Tell us. Tell us.
After January 10th, people started shooting at me and my family. February, I went to jail for trying to protect me and my baby and my girl at the time. They put me in Rice Street on some stuff called medical flow. It's somewhere hid in the jail. It stink. It's crazy people in there talking, yelling through the door, putting feces all on the window and on the wall. They locked me in the room. It's one door right here, it's one door right here, and it's another door back here, and it's another door back here. I'm behind this door. I don't see nobody, I don't talk to nobody, I'm by myself. I'm at the verge of losing my mind. People are trying to shoot at me while they got me locked in this room. I can't talk to nobody, I can't see nobody, I'm locked in this room. They held me in that room for 3 weeks. I got out of jail. I had a court date for another county where I never even been to for some charges I never even did. I don't steal out of stores. I went down to that courthouse and tried to get it situated, went in the wrong courtroom, told the deputy, hey, my name is such and such, such. I missed court. I'm here to fix it. He said, oh, I gave him my name, told him what happened. He said, oh, you got a warrant. And he locked me up. They put me right back in jail. I stayed in jail a whole month. I had to use the money for selling my four-wheeler to pay an attorney to come represent me. I got the lawyer to come represent me. That lawyer, he got me a bond. A friend of mine gave my baby mama the money to pay my bond. She paid my bond. I got out of jail. The very next day, Atlanta police came into the gym with a whole lot of them. They got me, said that this my bag, this my gun. They took me from my neighborhood to Turnerfield. They questioned me. I told them it wasn't my gun. They let me go. They came back and get me June 10th. They questioned me. I was at the verge of losing my mind because every time I come outside, they keep locking me up. They got me. They did it. They held me in the interrogation room for a whole day, probably. I don't know. They put me right back in Rice Street, put me right back behind all these doors. They constantly kept doing it to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, at this point, like, man, I'm tired of keep reliving this stuff. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, man. I'm sitting right here. I got cramps, man. I got knots in my stomach, man. I haven't ate nothing. I tried to eat yesterday. I haven't ate today. Y'all sitting up here. I asked for a break. I asked. I'm in pain right now. I understand it might be my fault. I'm telling y'all, I made it up. I lied. Damn, man. This is crazy. I'm telling y'all, my stomach hurting, man.
Well, with the Honorable Court's order, we're going to be leaving in a little bit of time. Can you try to just listen to the JW240EE that I just said? If you need it, could you put in your earphone if you don't mind?
I can hear it.
Okay.
I hate jail. I damn my little nigga recent with me. Man, my nigga try to kill me and my child, bro. I didn't even come out to kill me, bro.
Mr. Copeland, with your background and your experiences in jail, is it fair to say that you would do anything not to go to jail? Mr. Copeland, can I ask you a couple of questions?
I'm listening.
Okay. For people who've never been to prison or jail, do you know the difference, by the way?
Y'all know the difference.
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
Sustained.
Whether it's a prison or jail, is it fair to say that
Rice Street is not either one. There's not prison or jail. I don't know what that place is. This is the worst place in the world.
do you remember being in custody after Friday, June 7th, 2024, after the first time you testified before the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, and before you came back in the late morning of Monday, June 10th, 2024? Do you remember where you were held?
Somebody locked me up here?
Yes, sir.
What about it?
Do you remember where were you held in the Fulton County Jail, another jail? Do you remember?
When they took me out of here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Where were you held?
They took me to Rice Street, and then the next day came, they took me from Rice Street to DeKalb County Jail. And they down there just as worse as Rice Street.
And DeKalb County Jail, describe to the ladies and gentlemen jury what it was like when you were in that jail.
Objection, relevant, Your Honor.
Goes to his motivation for testifying here.
I don't know that we need to get that far afield. He's already told us that Rice Street is horrible. It's the worst place in the world, and DeKalb is even worse. So let's move on.
Okay.
So it may seem like I'm trying to help Doug out, I'm not trying to help him out. I don't care nothing about him, what he got going on, nothing. I care about the truth. The truth was, I was going through a phase in my life, and I have put all the blame on him. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he got going on. But y'all got me on the stand, and I'm telling the God honest truth. Leave me out of this. I made all these stories up, put the blame on him to get myself out of the situation because the police told me they want a big fish, and I'm a little fish. They ain't who I want. So when they told me that, my only motive was to convince them that I'm telling the truth about this guy right here, and I'm lying.
Brothers and sisters, we come to baptize this candidate, Kenny, on the confession of his faith, in the name of the Father, in the name of the Spirit, in the name of the Holy Ghost.